It's crazy out there, guys. More traffic in the skies than we put out there. I was walking out of the hospital this time and looked to my left to see a ship hovering at a distance. Ivo said it was a Venusian scout ship. Well, they're scouting me out. Actually, they're scouting everyone out, but I got a good enough image of it in order to draw it and found something similar on the internet to give you another person's vision of a similar ship as well. I love seeing Venusians. Just as a comparison, I've seen triangular ships, draconian ships that look like one of our planes, only wide-bodied without any wings or rudder. I've seen cylindrical ships, and I see Mertens, which looks more like a K3 with a bottom landing circle underneath. His ship is smoother, and this ship I saw appeared to have sections. They've been following me for weeks now. All I can say to that is, good. They may be in liaison with my team who I'll be working with. I hear, we are coordinating from the skies. Hey, I've slowed down. I'm not that hard to find these days except on here. They don't tell you all at once, folks. I find they seldom do. They whet your appetite and follow up with more disclosure, little by little, and by this, I believe they are changing your timeline. Just an FYI for you Sky Watchers. As for those who are doing their ego work to connect with soul, I'm going to ask you, how ready are you to defend your incorrect assumptions to others? I was in the chemo room and was talking to the nurses who had noticed my socks. I called them hockey socks when I was a kid, but I find they work with sandals. I know. Have a laugh. I'm 60 and sick. I don't care what my feet look like as long as all the scars from the pruritus are covered up. Anyway, one nurse commented on the socks saying her father called them Nipigon nylons. I was glad I could put a smile on her face, thinking about her dad's humor. I said, "Oh, you mean around North Bay," thinking Lake Nipigon was there. She said, "No, it's near Thunder Bay." Well, North Bay, Thunder Bay, Nipigon, and Lake Nipissing, which is what I was thinking of, is near North Bay, and it is. Why wouldn't I get confused? At this moment in time, how interested are you in covering up your vulnerability? God forbid, I didn't know something and I was wrong. How do you react? I become quiet and think about it. However, I was sure she was wrong. That's the ego defending itself, and for me, that has to stop. Taking these innocuous examples is a good way to work at being less defensive with the ones where we have stood by red-faced and humiliated at the errors in our thinking, usually with someone pounding out a simultaneous character assassination of you and enjoying it. People who have been abused can be very defensive and can pursue the wrong line of thinking just to prove themselves right. Eventually life may do that for them. It will morph your belief system into something that works for you, even if it's not a healthy belief system. I had to laugh. I must reek of this because that same nurse, when I mentioned that I have trouble getting and staying asleep at times, mentioned there was an eclipse tonight about 4 a.m. So if I'm a sky watcher and I'm awake to go out and see it. I said, "Oh. No problem there. I'm a sky watcher, all right. I'm a sky watcher." I'm finding this isn't much, but people are more open and ready to talk, I find. The route through to a new believer is a testy one. Not something to go into with horns ablazing, but it's a practice of coaxing them into dropping beliefs and adopting new ones that you have proof of. God, I hope that Mr. T at least gets Speaker of the House today. To see him gain that much ground would be phenomenal. I see MSM advertising right now and the truth bombs are hitting the airwaves. Kudos, guys. We should be doing the same up here.